This is Gray Man Media content. Welcome to another episode of Wolf Takes a Bite. I am your host, John Wolf, and today we're going to be doing something, well, basically like we do every Sunday, but we're going to be talking about aliens today, but not just any normal aliens. Today, we're going to be talking about something that quite possibly is the most real chance at proving they exist, even though the government already said they did. Today, we're talking about the tall whites.
One type is about 3 feet tall, very dark.
To the search for truth, little grey men from outer space who actually abduct humans.
And 3, 2, 1, welcome back to another episode of Wolf Takes a Bite podcast. I'm your host, John Wolf. We're doing this again, folks. And my co-host, obviously, every time, Devin Gray.
I was going to say, are you even going to introduce me to your friends, John?
Oh, yeah, like they've never met you.
I don't even know who these people are. Hi, it's nice to meet you. I'm Devin.
It's not important.
I see how we're doing today.
Oh, are we?
No, you chose this.
Oh,
You chose this.
I'm choosing violence.
That's right.
Yes.
I'll find the fucking button. I'll do it. I swear to God, I will.
Well, today we're talking about one of your favorite topics,
Mine?
aliens. Somewhere in there.
I don't think I have that.
You do.
Do I?
It's on the Wolf page. Yeah.
I got X-Files.
Yeah, that's close enough. Tall white aliens. Tall white aliens.
We're not going back. We
No.
can't. We can't start doing that.
No. Oh.
You'll know where we end up.
I thought our song days were good.
What'd you guys think?
Yeah, tell us. Do you like the songs at the end of seasons 1 and 2? Or do you not? Tell us. We'll do it again.
Anyway,
Tall white aliens.
tall white aliens.
They're basically like the Greys, but taller and wider.
That makes a lot of sense.
It does. Now they get attributed to them a lot. They also look a lot like very humanoid. They harness some more human features. Their eyes aren't quite as large, things like that. You know,
I often harness large eyes.
I think your eyes are normal.
Thank you. That was very sweet of you.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a very nice.
normaler.
Yeah.
So the name the tall white aliens has actually been attributed to these creatures because they resemble the gray aliens. Not only are they much taller than a common gray, their tall whites are probably tall whites are possibly use genetic manipulations to arrive at their current appearance. So they probably could have been used to be grays, but they're like, no, we want to be different.
Are they elevated?
Elevated.
Are they like if it's humans and then grays, is it whites, or is whites more kind of like on the level of grays, or is it something?
You mean as far as special powers? Don't know.
Wow, special powers like what?
I don't know. We'll see.
Can they shoot fireballs?
That'd be cool.
That would be pretty fucking rad.
I know they're pretty luminous.
Oh.
They've been known to get off like a very give off a very white, bright light with them. They glow almost from internally.
Every now and then I can produce white.
I hope
It's a liquid.
every time. I hope. If you have cottage cheese and
Oh,
it's brown, you need to see a doctor, Devin.
Oh no, I gotta go. I gotta get out of here.
You started it. They're pretty tall, as their name is given. About 6 to 7 foot tall, in fact.
Oh, so they're like slightly above average human size.
Basketball players, at least.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe. Well,
Sometimes up to 7.5, almost 8 foot.
so that'd be like that'd be like their NBA.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I
I think I'm picking up what you're putting down.
very slender, pale chalk white color.
Maybe that's what Slender Man is.
Nah,
He's just tall white.
no. But there is a picture. Apparently from the sighting that actually happened. And we'll get into that.
That actually happened. That's
Of
calm
course.
down.
These extraterrestrials are said to thrive in arid, dry atmospheres. They like the desert. They are often seen around Area 51.
Surprise, surprise.
Tall whites have very large eyes, in comparison to humans, that is, but are blue at childhood, and they turn pink as the aliens age. While tall whites are said to be physically weak from numerous genetic manipulations, their lanky limbs can propel them faster than a human runner.
Whoa.
So oftentimes, I guess during sightings, they'll be seen running.
Are they like
faster than a cheetah?
Are they faster than like a normal human, or like
Olympic
faster
runners.
than
like
Usain Bolt?
Let's say that a cheetah wouldn't match them. They can run faster than a cheetah, and the fastest Olympic runner can run as fast as a cheetah, supposedly, or keep up with a cheetah. They can go up to 60 miles an hour. I don't really know.
Usain Bolt does not.
I don't know if he can do 60 miles an hour. That's pretty fast.
He was the fastest. I'm not the one that said it. Why are you
I don't know. Pressure.
I'll look it up.
Charles Hall, a nuclear physicist, ex-military, and American weather specialist and author, are touring Australia when his claims that the United States military has been in contact with this alien species for years.
23 miles per hour.
Fastest is who's okay.
That's how fast that man runs.
Okay.
Which, by the way, is fucking fast.
No, that's insane.
That's insane.
That's faster than some hipster on a fucking electric scooter.
Bro, yeah, for sure. That was oddly specific. Why did you go there?
That's the most recent thing I've seen as a comparison. Anyway, I know those things can go like 15, 20 miles an hour.
The little limes or whatever.
Yeah, the birds, yeah.
The birds.
The birds.
And the bees.
It's for the birds.
And the aliens.
Yep.
The tall whites.
So he says the aliens would dress as humanoids and visit Las Vegas on a regular basis.
Slenderman.
In 1964, when I was a weather observer at Nellis Air Force Base, I witnessed interactions between the military and a group of mysterious, tall, white, humanoid-like extraterrestrials. The Vietnam veteran said that from his home in Albuquerque, their crafts are capable of traveling faster than the speed of light because Einstein was wrong about relativity.
Entirely possible.
And as somebody who was at Nellis, which we know if you're studying weather at Nellis, you're not studying weather.
I don't know, man. That weather balloon in Roswell, New Mexico was...
That was fake.
Yeah.
They didn't invent weather balloons.
Well, yeah, it was fake because people were saying it was a UFO, but that was fake. It was actually a weather balloon.
No, the balloon was fake.
The government got to me. I can't talk about that. It was a weather balloon. You didn't like that bit at all, did you? That was a little too close.
Traitor.
Anyway, so he's working at Nellis Air Force Base. Supposedly he's a weatherman, and he's seeing these aliens that are walking around dressing like humans with pink eyes and fucking tall as hell in Las Vegas. Are they there to gamble?
I'm guessing so. They could make good strippers. Who knows?
You know what? It's like that's. Imagine that's why aliens visit.
Can you see that?
Oh no, I don't believe that. That's CGI. Imagine that's why aliens visit Earth, because like we're the best place in the galaxy to gamble. Wouldn't that be some shit?
The odds are always stacked against us, though. Unless you're an alien, you're super smart. I guess you could count cards and all that. Telepathic ability. Well, Mr. Hall said no cameras were allowed at the site, obviously.
Shocking.
Yes, which actually has been wiped off the map. The site in question has been wiped off the map.
I have a question about these kind of places. Do they take the no camera thing super seriously?
You'll get shot.
So my question is do they have security cameras? Because if there's security cameras and aliens are just walking around in Area 51, wouldn't that create a serious potential like leak?
I bet they don't have cameras.
Because I mean,
I'm sure they have some kind of monitoring system, but most of the
it's
time
probably not camera.
It's motion detection and soldiers laying out in the middle of the field watching for people to shoot. As we discussed,
I bet they have cameras on the outside.
Remember the security for Area 51 is this Black Ops style renegade brigade thing, right? Remember we looked that up, and they were connected with an oil company and everything else?
The Renegades of Funk.
What? No. Seriously, remember that episode we did where we were talking about that?
It was
Area 51.
No, it wasn't Area 50. Well, yeah, but we were calling back to Bob Lazar when he was talking about that fingerprint scanner thing, and then we started talking about that whole.
But we circled back and we found out Area 51's security team is actually like mercenaries.
Oh yeah, it's a private
security
thing. Yeah,
yeah,
that was the Area 51 episode. That's right. Go back and listen.
Yeah, that end of that was nuts.
Yeah, it was.
That's what I'm saying. So yeah, these guys, no fucks given. Shoot anything that moves.
I know they have cameras on the perimeter,
possibly,
but there's probably not aliens walking around the perimeter. They're probably inside the base.
Well, there's miles between the actual base and perimeter.
Yeah. But yeah, that I've always wondered that, like, if there were security cameras and aliens were just walking around like in the Bob Lazar story they were, if someone just decided to leak that, I mean, that would be huge, like big problems.
Well, we know about somebody who is very closely tied into the government and their ongoings, especially.
We know them?
Yeah.
Like me and you?
I mean, we know of him.
Oh, we know.
Edward Snowden.
Oh, yeah. He's in Russia.
Yeah, hiding out.
Cut that.
No, it was already in the documentary and a movie. Did you see the movie?
Yeah. The dramatic, like, Hollywoodized.
Pretty accurate.
If it was super accurate, Hollywood would not have been allowed to be put that out. Hollywood is a propaganda machine for the government.
I mean, also true. But
where's the applause button? Which one is it? Which one is it?
Devin, in the world of espionage and propaganda, and specifically controlling what goes in and out of that, how would it be better to possibly cover up something that you don't want people to know about than to make a movie of it so that way they think it says fake?
You're going too deep with it.
No, that's just how deep you have to go.
No.
Anyway, when he arrived, a colleague had wanted to lock them in a weather station and not go to the other end of the building because that's where he had encountered them. There was a group of 5, 2 men and 3 women, and they had come to go to the bathroom when the encounter, the tall whites, it took such a shock. You are not sure if you're looking at a ghost or an angel or if you're dreaming, he said. Mr. Hall said that he had contact with 3 types of aliens. The tall whites, about 2.5 meter tall, about 7.5 foot. The grays with yellow and orange skin, and Norwegians with 24 teeth.
What?
I know.
Wait, what?
Hold on. Who look like humans and speak English. Now, the Norwegians are a very close proximity relation to the tall whites. They
are you memeing right now? What is this?
No.
What the fuck is this?
They're
the Norwegians.
The Norwegian aliens, yes. We'll get into them maybe in a different episode.
Listen, the people
there's
of
not
Norway.
A lot of information about the tall whites. Out of all alien races, they were probably the most elusive.
Then I'm glad we're vamping. I
have a lot here.
The people
it took some digging.
The people of Norway are very nice people, I'm sure.
I'm sure they are. And the aliens that visit them also are. So he said the U.S. officials had kept it all quiet because people weren't emotionally ready to accept aliens in their own truth.
Yeah.
The tall whites are humanoid in appearance, and the first UFO researcher to seriously investigate Charles Hall's story was Paula Harris, who interviewed him in 2003.
Paul, huh?
Paola Harris. Paola.
Checks out.
Now, communications with aliens.
I see very large font.
Yes. So there's a man who claims aliens sent him messages.
That's what I read also.
Yes.
What is this?
This was in 2009, specifically.
Is this in China?
By Juju Chang and Jim Durrell. August 18, 2009, Stan Romanek says he encountered his first UFO on the outskirts of Denver almost 8 years ago. And he says, in quote, "It was just after dark, and I looked up and there was this big red-blue looking UFO. In 2000, Romanek's video camera caught a shaky, bright light in the sky. Others at the park that same night said that they witnessed it too, and the video made it onto the local news. But that was only the beginning for Romanek, who belongs to a group of growing community of believers who say that they have been personally touched by extraterrestrials. Since then, Romanek says that he has been abducted by other life forms. Now, what are they? I can't tell you. Are they from a different planet? Can't tell you that either. I know they're not human, whatever they are, is what he told ABC News.
Followed by the ABC News logo multiple times.
Yes. Now, his alleged sightings showed up in prime time. The evidence of his contact with extraterrestrials. Romanek said the first UFO sighting occurred in broad daylight when he was driving his car near Denver Red Rocks Amphitheater in September 2001. Afterwards, he said he began seeing UFOs all the time and could barely look up without seeing some sort of strange orb in the sky. Now,
this person sounds crazy.
No, this makes total sense. Once you see one, your eyes are open.
Is that right?
Yeah, wake up, sheeple. If you're a true experiencer or an abductee, you have what's called a high strangeness. Romanek said all these weird, bizarre, paranormal things start to happen almost like your house is being haunted. Over the years, Romanek claims his wristwatch would stop working, lights would flicker at mere presence of himself, and birds would crash into his car.
Yeah, not bad.
Devin, I know you don't believe.
Oh, I believe in aliens.
Okay.
I don't believe this guy right here.
Well, he claims that aliens came knocking on his door at 2:30 in the morning and woke him up.
I believe him.
3 beings came to the door. I honestly thought it was somebody in a mask. I thought they were going to rob us, Romanek said.
Did you not notice that they were like 1,400 feet tall?
Stay with me.
I'm struggling.
I started wondering if they were robbing us because of the mask. I could see the veins in their head, and I could see their facial movements. I could see their mouth move. I could see their eyes blink. And as I got really close, that's when I realized that this is something different and started to get frightened. He recalls feeling a tap on the back of his head, waking up in a room in an unknown location, surrounded by bizarre light. There, he said, remembers being on the table and in severe pain. Now, I don't want you to read this part yet, Devin. I know what you're looking at.
Because it's huge. It's massive.
He was talking about seeing tall whites.
Is that what it was?
Yes.
I was confused. I thought he might have been talking about like a local squirrel or something like that. No, but aliens. Huh?
Yes.
That's pretty wild.
No comment?
I don't believe him. Not even a little bit.
Why? How can you say you believe in aliens, but you don't believe in people's stories?
I don't believe people. Like, generally speaking, I think that a lot of these people just really want attention.
So unless you see them yourself, you're not gonna...
Yeah. Big time. Or some kind of video evidence.
Well, people have tried to prove this to you.
Who is people?
Me.
That's what I was gonna say. But I already agree. I already believe in aliens. I don't know if they're specifically tall whites or gray aliens, but I believe in aliens.
So these tall whites, they're so humanoid looking they can fool people. More specifically, I think it's fooled our entire nation. As Edward Snowden was actually noted in saying...
That's not what he said.
In one of his posts, and he was releasing information with...
That's not how that went
down.
The
U.S. government is run by tall white alien creatures.
That's not real. He never said anything like that.
I give you Iran. Aerospace and Defense. Iran says tall white aliens.
This is how fucking stupid it is. You're fucking laughing at the
Iran. Shut up. Iran says tall white space aliens control America.
They do.
Yes. Michael Peck, contributor to this organization. Documents leaked by NSA whistleblower Edward Snowden conclusively prove that the United States have been ruled by a race of tall, white space aliens who also assisted the rise of Nazi Germany in the 1930s. These revelations about our alien overlords might not cost you any sleep, but the part that should concern you a tad is that the UFO story was just published by the Fars News Agency, the English language news service of Iran, and a nation that may be very close to acquiring nuclear weapons, Devin. This being a crazy conspiracy theory, naturally Russians are behind it. Or are they? The alleged alien invasion was revealed to an alleged report by Russia's FSB spy agency, which found irrefutable proof that an alien extraterrestrial intelligence agenda is driving U.S. domestic and international policy and has been doing so since 1945, says the Iranian news service.
So let's pretend this is real just for funsies.
Oh, aliens allowed.
Why, if the aliens are so powerful to get here, why do they feel like they need to puppet a nation instead of, I don't know, doing whatever the fuck they want?
They're puppeting all of the nations, Devin.
Oh, so Iran just has no idea that they're also being puppeted?
Probably. Just by a different one.
But what's the goal? What's the end goal, right?
Pawns, Devin. Pawns in a big game of intergalactic chess.
I feel like they could probably just show up and be like, yo, we're aliens. Do what we say.
That would be a little bit too contrived, don't you think? If you're going to take over
really
7.9 billion people, you don't want to induce a panic. You want to slowly indoctrinate them, mess with their manipulative genetic DNA, and control the entire outcome of their existence. It's a game.
It feels like a game. This feels like a game.
Of Thrones.
No. Of stars.
Game of Stars.
Yeah.
Dancing with the Stars.
And we're gonna keep going.
Titling down. Jess, is the phone still on?
That's a good question.
Okay. Now, Devin, obviously, as an American,
Here we fucking go. Here we go.
I can't completely trust what the Iranian Fars News gives me as my documentatable proof. However, Fars apparently got the story from a hardcore conspiracy site called WhatDoesItMean.com.
No shock. No shock there. A what? What kind of site is it?
Hardcore conspiracy site.
Woo!
Quite the title indeed. Here is the gist of WhatDoesItMean.com story. And as best as I understand it, or as the alien mind control lasers allow me to understand it. Snowden, who has been given asylum in Russia, leaked documents that a race of extraterrestrial tall whites arrived on Earth, helped Nazi Germany build a fleet of advanced submarines in the 1930s, and then met in 1954 with President Dwight Eisenhower. Fact.
Did you watch the movie?
Where the secret regime currently ruling over America was established. Most disturbingly, the FSB report warns that the tall white agenda being implemented by the secret regime ruling the United States calls for the creation of a global electronic surveillance system meant to hide all true information about their presence here on Earth. And as they enter into one of Snowden's documents calls the final phase, their end plan for total assimilation and world order to rule the world. We already know the entire surveillance system net is operational, Devin. It's in your phones. It's in every store you walk in, every CCTV camera. You pass by 23,000 cameras a day going to work. You don't care, do you? No, because you're only worried about that next McDouble, god damn it.
You know what makes a good conspiracy theory? Just enough real shit. and then just sprinkle in some crazy. You know what I mean?
This is facts, Devin. Now get on
no,
board.
no.
Now listen. No.
Never said any of these things. That man did a very, very good thing for the public of the United States of America.
Because
and you are soiling his name with aliens.
We are not soiling his name. This
You
is
are.
No,
you're right.
No,
We are not.
No. Edward Snowden did do a great thing for the American people and the world over because the government has been spying on people for years.
Yes.
Illegally.
Yes.
Illegally.
But that has nothing to do with aliens.
But the fucked up part is they're still fucking doing it. They're still spying
but
on
that
you.
has nothing to do with aliens.
And now they're just trying to take down Mark Zuckerberg and everybody else.
But that has nothing to do with aliens.
It does.
No, it doesn't. No.
Tell me Elon Musk is not an alien. You're out of your goddamn mind. Have you seen this
fucking sink?
Have you seen this droopy faced fucking houseplant?
Oh, you talking about Biden?
Yes. The motherfucker doesn't remember his own name standing on stage,
All right,
okay?
all right. Relax,
It's a puppet in the show. It's a goddamn puppet show, people.
Relax.
No. I can't relax because we're all in danger.
We are, but not because of the reasons you think.
No, absolutely all these reasons I'm stating. Meanwhile, the U.S. government is embroiled in a cataclysmic power struggle between President Obama, at the time of this article being written, and who leads the alien shadow government. And because Obama, honestly, figured it out. So now he was in danger. Obama's not an alien. He was real, and he was like, holy shit, hold on a minute. Wait a minute. What the fuck? Okay, yep, that's it.
Michelle,
help me. Michelle.
please.
Jesus. Now, and some unknown force other than the alien shadow government that opposed the U.S. alien alliance. Now, most to be feared by Russian policymakers and authorities. This FSB report concludes, if those opposing the tall, wide secret regime ruled over by Obama have themselves aligned with another alien extraterrestrial power themselves, then any good conspiracy theory needs a plinta of truth. And this is it.
You know what I just realized?
What, a bit of intellectual cover and to camouflage the craziness is just what is needed right now?
This show is like reading tabloids.
You know what I realized, Devin? You're a fucking whistleblower. You already said the government took you over.
That's a good thing.
No.
That's a good thing.
No.
That's what Edward Snowden was.
Not for our company.
There are federal laws protecting that. It is very weird that you brought up Edward Snowden. Me and Jessica were just talking about Edward Snowden last night.
Interesting.
It is interesting. Mm-hmm. It's very strange.
What did you talk about?
Well, we were... Actually, well, it's a little bit more complicated, and I'd be happy to talk to you about this on the new episode of Pod Daddies. Oh. At some point.
Okay. Make sure you write that down.
No.
Okay. So, aside from all, I feel like we needed to get that off our chest because it's just,
yeah, our chest was just
facts.
I was struggling
The facts
carrying this information on my back
For a long time, yes. I've been saying this for years.
I've known this entire time that all of the people in the White House are actually just tall whites, which is why they call it the White House, incidentally.
Exactly.
Don't know if you knew.
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's all coming together.
Yes. Now, laugh if you will at conspiracy theories, folks. But if they offer an explanatory value for their believers, a way of making sense of what things have happened that we can't explain, then I think they're worth it. And
said every religion ever.
Even if it is just a funhouse mirror explanation of the world,
yep,
I'm on board. Now moving on to my seemingly last bit of notes. We're gonna hit right at 30 minutes today.
No, we're not.
29.
No, we're not, because I have a thing that I actually had a question I want to talk to you about on this show, but I was hoping that we would be covering an alien thing.
We are.
I know, I didn't know that. So I'm gonna ask you when you're done with your notes.
Okay.
Because I have a theory.
Well, like I said, there's not a whole lot out there on the tall whites because obviously they're going to hide information about themselves. It's very peppered in. I mean, it's not as common as like the Greys or the Insectoids or anybody else like that. It is actually kind of surprising that if it was a farce race and just fictional and fantasy, that you would have such little information about them. But to have so much information that we actually can identify their look, their location, and what happens to their eyes as they age, that is saying something. So people with contacts, watch out for them. I'm just saying. My last little bit here comes from Canada. No, our sister country. Obviously,
have you seen their money?
Very good. What?
Have you seen their money?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's like Monopoly money.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's fake as fuck.
How dare you shit on Canada?
Yeah, dude.
A lot of great people come from Canada.
Listen, they're very lucky we let them be a country in the first place. Okay, they can.
Devin, are you trying to start a war?
Yeah, fucking Trudeau's like listening to this show, and he's like, "That's it, motherfucker, nuke."
He could.
Yeah, but he's not gonna. Pretty well adjusted leader the Canadians got there. Kind of jealous of that, but everything else, like. It's also like really pretty, like way more pretty than the U.S.
No, I love Canada.
The U.S.
they have a lot of good things like their healthcare system.
The
stuff
U.S.
like that.
is very
but they
pretty,
also
by the
do a
way.
lot of things wrong, just like the U.S. All I'm saying is every country's got its issues. Figure out where you want to sit.
They do have better health care. And
they have free health care.
They do have
except for the homeless.
They do have legal weed. But yeah, I don't know why countries like I don't know why Canada's a country because like everything about them sucks. But like
why? What sucks?
Well,
what sucks specifically?
Yeah, Toronto's pretty cool, but like
I don't think anything sucks about Canada.
Yeah, but Canada sucks though for real. They're kind of just there's also Montreal.
See, you just gotta shut up.
That's it. Well, no, Canada's just garbage.
Oh, Canada!
Finish it.
The country is to thee.
Oh, Canada, we stand our guard for thee. Oh, Canada!
That was so loud. It broke it.
Huh?
Yeah.
I like Canada.
Okay.
What's going on in Canada?
Well, acclaimed Canada, critically acclaimed Canadan UFOologist.
Fuck a polar bear.
Christopher Rodwowski can be
That's
best.
Not a real name.
Yes. Can be best described
as real as the
can I get through it?
Their dollar's called the loony. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all fucking suck.
I hope a hockey team busts in here and beats your ass.
Hockey's so lame.
Can't stand it. All my Canada listeners, I like you guys.
No, I mean, you guys as people are fine. It's just the country.
Can I talk about this?
You can't do that.
Can I talk about it?
No.
Let me talk about it. Motherfucker.
All right, guy.
Critically acclaimed Canadian UFOologist Christopher Rodwowski.
This one? It's what?
Scully Mulder.
Scully who?
Have you ever watched the show?
X-Files?
Yes.
Not a day in my life.
I hate you. Who am I writing these notes for? Jesus fuck.
Go on.
He recently traveled to Duncan, BC, British Columbia, a small town in Vancouver Island that was home to Granger Taylor, whose story is told by the CBC Docs POV documentary, Spaceman. Taylor, who became obsessed with space travel, left a note telling his family he could communicate with extraterrestrials and was going on an interstellar journey.
Interstellar turned 8 today.
And then he vanished.
Whoa. Did he do it like Matthew McConaughey did in Interstellar?
But Taylor wasn't... Stop.
What?
But Taylor wasn't the only one who reported a strange encounter in Duncan. Lisa Nadil was a teenager in the 1980s when she saw a boomerang-shaped object in the sky over the town.
Like the...
Gliding towards the mountains, and it just did a 90-degree turn and went straight up and disappeared.
The boomerang once that's...
like we saw in Lights Over Phoenix. Yes. Now
I was going somewhere with it.
Yeah, okay. Now she recalls it was unlike anything I'd ever seen before. She tells the story of strange sightings near Ottawa in the 1980s. Rodwowski says UFO sightings in Canada are more common than we actually think. There are over 1 Their 2017 survey showed that a total of 1,101 sightings were reported across the country at a rate of roughly 3 per day. Now, the U.S. government did just come out in 2020 admitting that UFOs and extraterrestrials were real.
That's not... Listen, you got to go and read those things because that's not what happened.
Oh, really, Devin?
Yes.
Then how did they word it?
They released a bunch of documents showing unidentified flying objects, which isn't even what the government calls it anymore. They have a different name for it now. Do you know what it is? I can't remember. But nowhere did they say that these are like... First off, they never said that these were like craft from outside of Earth. They certainly didn't admit to any aliens. And I will put any amount of money you want to put on that.
They don't know where they're from. They don't know what they are.
Yeah,
they know the technology doesn't exist within humans' realm.
That's what unidentified means.
Well, technology that cannot be explained.
Yeah, but you keep saying this thing like the U.S. government came out and said...
But they did.
Yes, there are aliens. They never did that.
They might as well have.
No.
It's the same fucking thing. Oh, we've been pretending we knew what this was for years, but honestly, we just fucking don't.
I mean... Yeah, I agree with you. I know what it means, but the government hasn't come out and said there's aliens.
Yeah.
No, they didn't. You and I both know what it means.
So the survey also showed that there was an average of 2 witnesses per sighting, which means there is verified proof. And that the sightings lasted about 15 minutes each. Many witnesses were police officers, pilots, and other people with keen observational skills or positions of power. Most sighting reports in 2017 came from Quebec with 518 and in Ontario 241, with British Columbia coming in third at 128 sightings. Now, out of the 3 major metropolitan areas, the country, Montreal, Toronto, topped the list. In its final report, UFOlogy Research broke down cases by the number of witnesses, the level of strangeness, and the alien encounter being more unusual than flashing lights, for example. The reliability of the sighting is also in its duration, and they compared the shape and size of the objects. The report notes that while an increasing number of cell phones, dash cams, traffic cameras means that reported sightings are more frequently accompanied by a photo or video of these encounters, these visuals are often poor quality and less useful to researchers. What's more, though, is that the majority of sightings can be explained as aircraft or other astronomical objects. However, there's still a percentage that is not. Devin,
what does that have to do with the tall whites?
I'm sure they were there. If you're going to be an alien, you're going to blend into any country, fucking Canada.
Yeah, dude, because it sucks up there. All right. So, you know how at some point during human evolution, our technological advances just exploded.
Yeah, stolen technology.
There's a lot of different theories for it.
Yeah, we stole technology.
One of them was
reverse engineering.
One of them was ancient aliens.
Uh-huh.
One of them is the stoned ape theory. Yeah. I've always been a firm believer in that once we started using writing and we were able to share ideas across generations, that made a lot of sense to me. Here's something I never thought about. I thought about this last night. I wanted to get your opinion on it. What if... You ever seen The 100?
Mm-hmm.
What if something like that happened? The world ended. A small amount of humans were able to escape into a low Earth orbit space station.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, because humans are a common build, they came back down, saw early humanity, and was like, well, we can't just tell them how to do a computer, so we'll start to give them some technology. Boom. And then that also kind of explains like the ancient aliens, like in paintings and in all over the world. things coming down from the sky and sharing wisdom? What if it was actually just ancient humans that had already like survived an apocalypse caused by ancient humans, but they couldn't just give the people computers, so they had to give them, you know, one step at a time, but eventually those people died. The problem with that is there's no evidence of any kind of advanced city. Like there's advanced, but for Stone Age, you know, cities that are left over. And there's also no like technology from back then. You know what I mean? Not technology. That's my only problem with that theory. But other than that, it's kind of crazy. It almost seems like it could work.
Unless it was a different planet.
Well, if it was a different planet, yeah.
Potentially
like Mars. There's a big theory around Mars.
The people in the 100 Venus, knew that they came from a spaceship. They were selected to go down because they were running out of oxygen on their main ship.
No. Okay, you know the Grounders? Imagine the Grounders just didn't fucking have any clue.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, they had no idea what was before. It's been that long. So the people coming down from the space station are coming there to share technologies with the Grounders. The Grounders had no idea. To the Grounders, those people who came from the space station aren't just humans, they're gods.
So there could be an actual space station on the dark side of the moon, but it's actually humanoids. This has been Wolf Takes a Bite podcast. Thank you for listening to About the Tall Whites, kind of, sort of, but we talked about other shit too. Catch us next week.
Go to greatmanmediaco.com and tell us what you want to hear.
Yes. Comment in general. We love seeing that.
We want to see that.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Please.
Go to greatmanmediaco.com. Check out all the Wolf Takes a Bite merch.
Yeah.
And also let us know what you would like to see inside of merch. We have a lot of ideas, but we'd like to have yours as well.
Thanks for listening.
Question everything. We'll see you on the next one.
Love you, bitches.
Here at Great Man Media, we're a company. We're a company that cares. The best thing about Great Man Media is that we're available for all your concerns, questions, comments on any social media platform. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, many more. You can even reach out to us on TikTok, where sometimes we drop some funny videos. But don't forget, stay classy, San Diego. So check the affiliate links below, where you can get all of your information for our social media content and how to contact us best. Thanks for being a member of Gray Man Media's elite club.